Congratulations. Wonderful job. Next phase of your life is opening up. We're looking forward to it. Bye-bye. Okay, what's your question?
I'm a big fan of both your works,
Well,
inside and outside Star Trek. Mr. Nimoy, In Search Of, changed my life. And Mr. Shatner, I've gotten more enjoyment from Has Been than I have any record of the last 20 years. I had a question for both of you, but I'm going to talk to Mr. Nimoy.
Y'all go ahead. Don't think about me at all. I'll listen and hope he has something to say.
Oh, now, please do not start pouting.
I'm not pouting. Don't think of this as pouting. I'm just resting. My pack came. I'm no longer a member of the pack. I'm gonna pack up.
Okay.
What episode of In Search Of is your favorite?
17.
And which one do you think you learned the most from?
We had a lot of interesting episodes, and some of them we came. Some of the subject matter we came back to several times. I think we must have done Bigfoot 5 or 6 times. We had a very interesting episode about telepathy, and
I get it.
We had we had these special cards that are designed for communication of ideas, and I'm looking at a card, and there are 5 or 6 young people sitting around trying to guess what card I'm looking at. And there was one young guy who got it every time, got every card I was looking at, no tricks involved, got every card that I was looking at. And the odds against that are millions to one. And none of us could ever figure out how he did it.
Overhead camera, just looking down.
No tricks.
They do that on the poker games all the time.
Yeah, I know that. They picked up the poker game. Yeah, I know that. I've seen that on TV. But I was...
Seriously, there was one guy who got them all the time?
Yeah.
Was there any explanation?
It's just impossible to do it. They just kept getting the card, and no, there was no explanation. No, except that he was able to read my mind. I mean, that would be the theory.
No, but seriously, because those moments, absolutely fascinating.
Yeah. Did you say fascinating? Yeah.
Just because somebody wrote a word that you used doesn't mean you own the word. Live long and prosper. I can say that anytime.
Seriously, but it doesn't mean the same as it.
That's true, but I am utterly fascinated by what you've just said.
I knew you were going to say that.
Did you follow up with this guy?
No, we went about our business. But,
What?
But I've never forgotten that. I've never forgotten
Wait a minute. The guy reads 5 or 6 cards from your hand.
Yeah.
No way he could possibly know.
No.
And he says, oh, thanks, that's great, bye. Is that what essentially what you did?
That's what we did, yeah.
I would have let him go.
What would you do?
I don't know. I would, first of all, I'd muzzle.
You'd write a book about it.
Right. Well, I would. I mean, here is a guy.
Yeah.
Because telepathy. I've got to get close to you. Why are you backing up? Why are you backing up?
Why are you backing up?
What? I mean, that is fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that word again. That drives me nuts.
You're right. We probably should have explored it further, but I've never forgotten it. Obviously, I mean that happened 30 years ago.
Jeez, Leonard.
No, sorry to disappoint you.
Well, it is. I wonder if that guy would ever raise
Make such a big deal out of it.
It's a big deal. It's part of the mystery of life. We don't know how that happens.
You hang on to your feud with George McKay forever. It's okay. Forever.
I'm serious. That is that in itself, let's go in search of that guy.
He was a young boy. It must have been about, I don't know, 15, 16 years old.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And you said goodbye?
I think he's
should have introduced him to George.
I think he's gone on to win various poker tournaments and all kinds of stuff. I don't know. He sits at blackjack tables and beats the house every time. I don't know what he does. I don't know where he is. I'm sorry. Wow.
Because the mystery of telepathy.
Let it go! Oh my.
Go.
Oh yeah, golly. Yeah, right.
Are you where you just went, nyah, nyah? Sounds like Edward G. Roberts. Nyah.
It was intentional. I was a big fan of his.
Yeah.
You're the guy that shot my brother in the back? Yeah. Okay. We have a question?
And Mr. Shatner,
Thank God somebody's addressing me. Now I feel like a lump here.
I have a question about what I firmly believe is the finest work of your entire career.
Whoa.
Even counting Star Trek.
Whoa.
Do you have any great stories from the set of Incubus? It's a fantastic movie, no matter what language it's in.
You did that in a strange language. Thank you.
We did it in Esperanto.
Esperanto. Can you speak Esperanto?
I can.
Speak some.
I have been. Esperanto was invented, I think, by George Bernard Shaw, and certainly it was, he had a hand in it. And it was designed to be the international language. It had Greek, German, Latin, I think, roots of the word, so that all the Romance languages and other languages applied to it would be, at least you'd be able to figure out what the person was saying. So it was going to be the international language. That was the big deal about Esperanto. And a guy, Stevens or something, he was a writer-producer, and he gave me a script called Incubus, and it was a very basic story about good and evil and devils and things like that. And I said, well, you want me to play the good guy? That's really good. You got the money, and where we go, and here we go. And we're going to do the movie. And a week or two before we're going to start the movie, he hands me a new script. English on one side, Esperanto on the other.
You had to learn the Esperanto?
Or both? Phonetically. I learned it from the English words and then phonetically do them. I said, why would you want to do it in Esperanto? He said, there's 17 million people speak Esperanto. Every single one of them is going to come and see the movie. We'll have an audience of 17 million people. And it was true, that's what happened. There were 2 in Cincinnati and 5 in Chicago. It was wild. Nobody, he forgot that 17 million across the world, and most of them in Africa, would...
This person saw that movie?
Well, let me just... The funny...
There's the person who saw the movie.
That's right. And he doesn't speak Esperanto. So we finished the movie in Esperanto. Okay. And it's going to go to the Cannes Film Festival. So while they edit, they put subtitles in Italian on the thing. So now it's the actors are speaking Esperanto. The subtitles are in Italian. Now what do I do? So they invite us to come and see the movie 6 months after we finished it. Well, I've long since forgotten what the movie is about. I don't remember what I said. So I go into the screening room, there's a large audience, and we're all looking at this movie, and I have no idea what it's about. I never understood the movie to begin with, let alone... That's my story.
Seriously, was the movie interesting? Was it a good movie?
No.
It was not well made?
No, a movie I did. It wasn't a good movie. Okay.
Well, these things
I'm
happen.
looking for sympathy again, y'all.
Even great artists like you have been involved in lesser projects.
Yes. Why can't I be involved in a major project that's like singular? Like I'll do one every 10 years. Like what? What is it?
Priceline.
Priceline.
Or more politically,
Okay,
Priceline is a very fine product.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait just a minute. Wait, we're on to something here.
We're on to something. Let's get Shatner. We're on to something.
No. On the contrary. On the contrary, I see your Priceline commercials. They are unavoidable. And I don't mean that I would
You're reeking
want
up
to.
with jealousy, aren't you,
I
Leonard?
mean, if you no. If you watch
Calling and
TV,
shining.
I'm talking here.
Jealousy. He's got this regular job on the Priceline. I want one! But no.
If one watches TV, one sees Priceline commercials.
Okay.
And I happen to think they're very good.
They are.
So what am I sensing here? What am I sensing here that's negative or about animosity? What's that all about?
From her?
I don't know.
From him?
You.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Are you happy with the Priceline commercial?
Absolutely. First of all, it's a great company.
Yeah.
They're very generous. They're very a good product. And the commercials are funny. I've been with them almost 11 years.
Yeah.
It's great.
I thought it was a great thing.
Right.
But somebody here says
People are
about
eaten up with jealousy that I have this
Is that what it is?
wonderful company.
Jealousy?
Jealousy. Just
Really?
pure jealousy.
How do you feel about the competition like Travelocity, for example? No? No comment? I'm not suggesting anything, I'm really just asking.
Nothing. They're nothing compared to Priceline.
Okay. I thought I saw some strange animosity happen with this young, whoever this person was, mentioned Priceline, and you made a gesture.
I didn't. I was going to scratch my face.
Okay.
Next
No,
question.
I really think the Priceline commercials are very good. You're very wonderful on them. You are bold and brave and theatrical and funny, and there's no laughing matter. That one, I think, is terrific. And your work on Boston Legal is exemplary.
Thank you. And your
You
books
do
are
a great
wonderful.
job on Raw Nerve. You're doing some more of those?
Yeah.
How many more?
Hey, I haven't told you. You are in for a thrill. Rush Limbaugh. And wait a minute, the head of Hustler. Larry Flint. Rush Limbaugh and Larry Flint, I interviewed on the same day, hours apart, for 2 hours each.
Fantastic.
Isn't it unbelievable?
Why is this thrilling for me? That's what I want to know.
Because I knew you'd share my joy. I interviewed
That's
both
great.
those guys on the same day for Raw Nerve.
I bet you had a great time.
I had the best time.
Yeah.
It was incredible to interview the most conservative, who turns out to be like a bright, brilliant mind, and he's there, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Much of the stuff he does is for audience purposes, to garner ratings.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 15 hours a week to fill.
Yeah.
He fills it with anything he can think
He's
of.
looking to get attention. To get your attention.
And Larry Flint
Yeah.
turns out to be this guy with a soul inside. He's tormented and tortured. And I got to interview them and touch. I had both of them.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah. So Raw Nerve is like the kind of thing that you and I are doing right now.
This stuff going to be on the air pretty soon?
Yeah, it'll be on this fall.
That's great. I think that's really wonderful. You don't go around telling people how wonderful it was to have me on the show, do you?
I do.
Do you? Yeah.
Actually, it was wonderful
right.
to have you on.
You remember I did the show.
No, Leonard, you were wonderful, and you told us a story.
I had to work to get a compliment here.
You told us a story
Yeah.
that you told me you hadn't thought of in years.
Which was?
The leather shoe and the whole thing.
My grandfather worked in leather, and
Yeah.
whenever I would come home for a visit after months away, the first thing he would check to see how I was doing, to see what the leather
He put
on
his
my-
hand in your
on my
shoe.
shoes.
Yeah. It was the most delightful, insightful story.
That was his way of checking to see how well I was doing.
Yes. If your heels were run down It was a great story that you hadn't told to yourself even in a long time. That was great. That was Ron.
Larry Flint and Rush Limbaugh.
I know.
Two extremes.
Rush Limbaugh came all the way from Florida to do the interview.
Wow.
And Larry Flint, head of this incredible publishing empire, also came to the set to do it. It was, why don't you put it on a sandwich board and walk by? He's doing 7 minutes holding the time. Yeah. He's going to do a tap dance. He's going to play music. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10. 5 minutes, 5, 4, 3. You're in a fight, you know, where these pretty girls come down. Round 3, 10 minutes.
I want to take, you brought up the subject of talk show people like Rush Limbaugh. I want to take just about 12 seconds to say that I'm very concerned and disturbed, as it's serious. I'm very disturbed by some of the talk show people who are on the air who are inflaming the American public. I think it does not help it does not help us. What we need is civil debate in this country, not that.
I actually said that to Limbaugh.
And?
He yelled at me.
I'm not talking specifically about him, although I include him, but there are others who are I think even worse in terms of just making themselves famous by saying inflammatory and dangerous things, and I think it's wrong.
You're absolutely right.
Where were we before I got serious?